all my music of singing, solfeggios, violin, clarinet, everything that I learned in this parochial school. The one who taught me clarinet, his name was Louis Damion. We sang in the church Latin music, Gregorian music, and we sang also. I sang 1 year this Veronica. Not only I was grown in the church singing music, playing violin, singing, and all that was my life. And my father brought me saxophone. I started playing saxophone, and as I was growing, then straight away I started playing saxophone.
Had come to Calcutta, and he had his own band at the Hindustan Hotel, and I was at Blue Fox. And he used to come to Blue Fox, hear me play and all that. I used to go across to Hindustan Hotel, sitting at the piano with the band and all that. Both of us admired each other's playing and, you know, jazz thinking and all that. So we became really good friends. I don't know what happened, but the band I think broke up, Braz's band. And when I heard about all that, I offered him. And then he came into my band, Braz Gonsalves and the famous jazz singer Pam Crane. And that, I think, was one of the best bands I ever had.
So that happened, and then all the ragas, Louis Banks heard my ragas, and German Mengelsdorf, trombone player, fantastic trombone player. I invited him to my place in Calcutta, and he had lunch with us, and he heard my recordings of my ragas, and he said, "Braz, you should do this music. This is your music. You should do this music."
It's it sort of opens up a new dimension in jazz, yeah, which is very exciting, and it just shows that this Indian classical music and jazz are two sides of the same coin, you know. Yeah, only the styles are different, thinking is very similar.
And we were recording this CD. And as we recording this CD, when I was going to for shopping, and I was just passing that road and walking, there was a black ice. You know, it's like a glass. You can't see it. There is ice. And I slipped and just fell, and I was trying to save my bottom. I broke my hand. At that moment, I'll tell you what happened. I started crying so bitterly, and I was alone. And all the things what I have done in my life, all the bad things, all things my conscience came out. I knelt down, I called my father, 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 forgive me, Father, for all that I have done. I sin against you and sin against heaven, and sin against my brothers and sisters, my loving Father. Forgive me, Father, forgive me. That repentance, I repented, and I never again to do again anything. And I joined in the charismatic movement.
His contribution is great for the charismatic renewal, which has touched many lives. When he plays, many people have told me that such anointed music, it touches their heart. Something happens to them, because this is the spirit. It's not just a worldly music, but music touched by the grace of God.
When I think back and I say and see the scene around here, there has been nobody like Braz Gonsalves on saxophone. The best.
Is that somebody is just a genius and you don't know what creates them, but they manage to break out of this form and create something completely new. They play it at a completely other level.
He's one of the greatest saxophone players in India ever.
I must say he's a pride and a great honor for the Goans and for Indians to have a great like Braz.
He's a fatherly figure and very humble person, very gentle person, very loving. And when he gives out his best with 100% from his heart.
The Lord has used Braz as an instrument to lead us to Him also.
He is such a humble gentleman, and for his cadre and his capability, whether he had to play in a chapel or a cathedral or a hall or a school, he did it absolutely without any self-pride or whatever. Such a humble person.
To me personally, Braz Gonsalves is someone who I feel people should emulate. A gifted musician in every sense of the word, but more than his music, what I admire is his humility, his ability to show the world that it is God who has blessed him, and what he is simply a vehicle transporting the music God has given him to the world below.